Good evening, good evening. How are ya out there in the internet world? Just sitting here on my boat. It's June 10th. It's pretty windy outside. It's the typical June gloom here in the San Francisco Bay Area. But yeah, it's a nice evening on the boat. Just enjoying the ambiance of, being out here. And it's kind of interesting, like, excuse me, like being on a boat, like, it's like being in a floating cabin, and, you could hear like the birds and you could hear the wind, and you get woken up when the sun comes up because it comes through the portholes up there. But yeah, you get woken up with the sun, it's actually pretty relaxing because it's not like an alarm clock blaring off. You just kind of like start like coming to from the sun rising, and that's pretty gentle, in the morning. But yeah, throughout the night, it's pretty relaxing. Like I said, you hear the wind, you can hear an occasional seabird, fly over and land. So sometimes we get a lot of like, like sea lions barking and stuff like that. That's pretty nice, but it's pretty enjoyable. And yeah, I leave my hatches open, to get some airflow. That's nice. That's very nice. Like being in a house, it's like you just have like the HVAC system running, and you have your curtains closed or your blinds down or something like that, and you don't really like wake up to the elements. You don't hear the sounds of nature. And that's one thing that kind of bothers me about being in a house. Like it's very prosthetic. And so that's why I choose a boat. You're kind of, you're in touch with nature and the world around you. When you're in a house, you're kind of, you got your gate shut, and you got, like I said, your blinds are, closed, and your lights are off, and your temperature controlled, HVAC systems keeping the house at a nice 70 degrees, and you wake up to your alarm clock and you go about your day. Being on a boat, yeah, it's a little bit, it can be kind of daunting at times, like especially when a storm blows through, you're kind of rocking around, but it's really not all that bad. Like that's only for a few weeks out of the winter time, depending on where you're at. The rest of the time, it's pretty peaceful. So, got my dog down there. Hey, Tycoon. He's cozy. And yeah, gonna put a movie on. I don't know what movie I want to watch tonight. Maybe I'll just watch YouTube or something like that, But yeah, I'm gonna wake up in the morning. Got my coffee machine preset, and yeah, what do I got? I got some just some French roast. I like to grind it all the night before and put it in and get the water in there and get it all set up. So that's pretty nice. That's something to look forward to in the morning. I also just recently bought one of those Vietnamese coffee things off Amazon, and I bought the Vietnamese coffee. And it's like a little cup thing, and you just put the coffee in it and pour hot water over it, and then you get some condensed milk in there, and sweetened condensed milk. I think that's what it is. It's pretty good. But yeah, so that is that, man. This is life on a boat. I'm currently, this boat has a few beds on it, but I'm currently tonight I'm sleeping in the mid-shift berth, which is, I don't know, it's like 7-8 feet long, and it goes from over here out to about right here. Pretty nice, pretty cozy. I normally sleep up in the V berth, which is forward up there, and that's pretty big. But yeah, sometimes it's nice to sleep out here and change it up. This boat has what, 1, 2, 3, 4 bunks in it, and I think you can sleep what, 1, 2. No, it's got more than 4 bunks. This above me is actually a bunk that comes down, and then I have one on the port side. So like, yeah, you can sleep what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people on here, maybe 8, depending on how cozy you want to get. Anyways, I'll have to do a boat tour one time. It's not that big, but it's a 40-foot cow. So any of you out there that know what that boat is, you'll have an idea of what the setup in this thing is like. It's got a port and starboard bunks. Then obviously it's got your captain's berth in the back, sea berth, whatever you want to call it, and then your V berth. So anyways, we're gonna the dog and I are gonna put a movie on and kick back and go to sleep. Hopefully everyone out there in the world's doing good. These LA riots are something else, huh? I don't know. It's kind of, yeah, anyways, I don't want to get into it, but yeah, hopefully everyone's doing good and enjoying the summer. We don't get our summer here until like August. We kind of get that Indian summer. June and the better part of July is pretty windy. So anyways, cheers to you. Catch you on the next one, huh?